Hi, so a cursory look at WoW progress will tell you at the moment that 5 guilds have killed Mythic Helya in the Trial of Valor. But drama upon drama upon drama. It seems it's only actually 2, because the other 3 guilds to have killed it so far apparently have used an exploit and are now going to be banned. So, a short while ago, the news started coming through that 3 guilds that had killed Helya are not going to have the fights. Or the kills are credited now, and they're going to be banned of using an exploit. Ooh, interesting, I thought. Discussed it in guild. Apparently they'd already been discussing it while I was in the bath, and was told by my guild leader, "Oh, so you're going to do a video on this now?" I said, "No, how can I? I don't actually know what's going on." And he says, "Well, you have to go and find out then, won't you? You're going to have to research. You're a WoW journalist." Apparently that's what I am. I'm a WoW journalist. Am I? Really? Okay, fine. Well, I have found out what's going on. It's quite interesting, really. So, Helya, the fight, I'm assuming most people are sort of familiar with the fight. There's like 3 phases. And in the first phase and the third phase, when she is actually up, the second phase she's not up, she submerges. She does breaths every now and again. These are actually really annoying. And I imagine, I have not even looked at Mythic Helya properly, as in done it, experienced it, because I'm still progressing myself. I can imagine it's exceptionally annoying on Mythic. So wouldn't it be great if she didn't do it? Now, apparently, it had been discovered by an officer from Limit, one of the guilds that has killed it, that if a tank dies while she's casting it, she won't cast it. But they noted that it sort of only worked once, so they thought, well, we'll do this in P3 when everything's, going a bit mental. We'll just use it then. That's the best time to use it. But they reported it to Blizzard, and they reported it to Watcher, because they sort of thought this is probably not supposed to happen. Well, apparently, if you do it in phase 3, and the tank dies, and she doesn't do the cast, she doesn't do any more casts of it. In phase 1, like, you just get away with 1 cast, and it'll only work 1 time. If you kill a tank on the next one, she'll still breath. It's like a weird glitch. But in phase 3, if you do it, say on the first breath in phase 3, she will not do any more subsequent breaths. So you get away without breaths in the whole of phase 3. Now, this would be a huge advantage. So the officer from Limit was basically saying, if I clicked to WoW Progress, what had happened was, Method and Serenity have killed it, and then Exorcism from scratch. And they sort of got the message that those 2 guilds killed the boss using that method, using that exploit. So they thought, to hell with it. If other people are going to be killing it using this bug, bugger it, we're going to do it as well. Now, the actual notice from a guy from Limit, which is, perfectly honest about it, what is actually said was, so they've said at the end then, we learned that From Scratch and Exorcist had killed the boss this way, seemingly with no consequence. We decided that if guilds were now beating us using the bug, we gave in and did it too. It took roughly 5 P3 pulls doing this to kill it. Obviously, we deserved the ban. We did exploit the breath. And this is true, and that's perfectly gracious of them. It is an exploit. It's clearly something that's not intended. You can also understand, I've got a certain amount of sympathy, because you can understand the fact that, first of all, they say that they reported this. So Blizzard then should have said... I think where the drama has come from is not that some guilds have done it. I think you have to try and appreciate where players in these guilds come from. They're dedicating basically all of their lives. They're just living World of Warcraft during progress. They're doing nothing else. And you can imagine the deflation when you don't quite achieve your goals. So if you're aiming for the world first and you don't quite get it, that must be quite crushing for you because of just all the effort you've put in. If you don't quite get in the top 5, maybe that's your next aim. Again, can be quite crushing. If you don't quite get in the top 10, whatever your aim is, when you're putting in all that time and effort, and it's not just the time and effort during the progress itself, it's all the preparation that came before it. It's a bit of a kick in the teeth. It's a bit like the way I like it when I used to play badminton. And sometimes you'd have a great rally, like 20 shots, and And if you win it, way, that's great. You're pumped up for the next point. And if you lost it, you're knackered. You just run all that distance and you ain't even got a point. And it must be a very similar, much more intense feeling, I would think, in this particular case. So we can understand that. Now, where the drama has come from ultimately is, why didn't Blizzard say something? We can understand, obviously, a fix would have been nice. Apparently, a fix was applied, but that broke straight away. It didn't work. Okay, fine. A bug has happened. We don't expect them to fix it like that. Some people do, maybe. But we don't. But I think where some of the argument has come from is, why didn't Blizzard come out with it and say, look, this is a thing. We're aware of it. You are exploiting if you do this. And then those guilds wouldn't have done it, because they're going to lose that kill now. They're banned. Other guilds are now going to become 3rd, 4th and 5th in the world race. They would have happily killed it the normal way. All 3 of them would have happily killed it the normal way if they'd have been aware that they were going to get banned. It was the fact that they thought they'd get away with it. And you can understand, I have particular sympathy for Limit, because they've seen 2 do it and seemingly get away with it. Because as they know, Blizzard surely are watching this. They monitor the top guilds, what they're doing. They can monitor anything you do in game. You can have someone watching you play from Blizzard if they so wish. So they absolutely monitor them. Why didn't they just come out and say something? No, don't do that. We know that that's a thing. We know that you know that that's a thing. It's been reported. Don't do it, because we'll ban you. Simple as that. And that would have taken that pressure off them to give in to temptation, so to speak, for the sake of that top 5 or whatever position. So, yeah, bit harsh, I think, on the actual players. And I think this is a case, and you can argue, and I know there's going to be like ethical argues either way. You can argue these players they know they've done wrong, and they do know they've done wrong. They're going to accept the ban. They know it's an exploit. They know they took advantage. I've not yet seen anyone from these guilds. Of course, there's a lot to come out yet. This is quite new. This has only just happened. There could well be people who come out and bitch about Blizzard because of it, but I haven't seen that yet. I've only seen this, actually, saying that, fair cop, we've exploited. Yeah, we deserve the ban. And I would assume that's going to be the case with all of them, but I imagine that privately, at least, they will be disappointed that the temptation wasn't removed by a simple statement from Blizzard. Don't do it. But anyway, that's where we are. So if you're wondering what's going on with the old world race, I mean, it's just drama, isn't it, in Legion? So first of all, Emerald Nightmare, we had the drama of Method coming out of nowhere. Well, it's not really coming out of nowhere, because they were world first through most of Warlords of Draenor, but people didn't think they would be the case in Legion, and it was. And then, we've had a mini drama with them getting the world first, or with Trial of Valor. But then, yeah, to top it all, we've had this. Disappointing, isn't it? Disappointing. But there we are. That's it explained, hopefully. So if you found the video useful, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share as always. And until next time, I'll see you later.